taken us into the future a little bit more than we are right now.
That's
But
what
it
I'm
seems
trying to
very
do.
plausible. It feels very real. That's why it's
Yeah.
very chilling.
You're watching the Spotlight Network. Starring Hollywood's newsman,
And if you were just
Logan
trying to get to
Crawford.
investigators, they now believe a single member.
He works with TV and film legends. And now, Logan's shining the spotlight on the world's top emerging authors and creators.
International were abducted.
This is Spotlight with Logan Crawford. Streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
What happens when the machines humanity created to serve it begin thinking for themselves and start deciding who should really be in control? I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we are joined by a terrific and creative author. His name is James Van Dycke, and he is out with a wonderful series. Today, we are talking about book 3. It's called Insurrection. It is a sweeping science fiction story of shattered fleets, cyborg commanders, artificial intelligence, rebellion, and a struggle for survival that stretches across worlds. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his amazing book. The links are below this interview. James, thanks so much for joining me here today.
Thank you. How are
Wonderful
you?
work on this trilogy. So far, it's a trilogy. A 4th installment might come out as well, and that's wonderful. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind it.
Okay, the inspiration behind it was AI has a potential of running away from us. So what I did is in the first book, I wrote that 4460-10 is the computer's nomenclature. It took control from 117-2A, who is a man, the protagonist in the story. And he built the computer. So the computer took him and installed what I call an EST, an explosive satellite tracker, in his brainstem. So it took control of him, more or less. So 4460-10 was done away with by a fellow named 164-24A, the Starfleet commander. And he was destroyed. So 4460-11 was sent to the moons of Mornar, where everything was mined for Earth, because Earth was done in. Earth was completely destroyed. You know, all the resources were used and just used up. So when the 11 got there, it managed to control all the miners. And 12 went to the Andromeda Galaxy with the 164. Well, 164 planned a mutiny. And the mutiny takes place in the second book, The Die is Cast, which is coming out soon through Raiders Creek. So, to tell you a little bit about that book, it's a wonderful book. Now, the men all have nomenclatures, 164, 24A, to keep them in line with the computer. So, what they do is they keep up their names, the numbers, right through to the end of the book. And they change their names to Jonathan and James Madison. And after a while, it gets easier to read because I don't use the numbers anymore. And eventually, 4460-13 kills off everyone. It goes from the 70s on down, above 70 years old, 60, 50, 40, 30, and so on. It kills everyone in the earth. Allows machines to take over the world. It builds cyborgs. It builds different, like synthetics with liquid silicon blood, and they rule the world. But there's one group of people who live under the Appalachian Mountains called the Outlanders, and they fight against the computer for as long as they can. So 164 sends them help from the Andromeda Galaxy. he sends them machines and starships to fight against the computer and keep it up until he comes in and captures 117-2A, takes him back with him to save his life. And 117-2A pays him back by stealing 2 of his starships and fleeing. And it leads off to the story further, where 117-2A attacks Earth again, and winds up getting defeated, and leads to the third book, where Jonathan 117-2A, who now is Jonathan Wilmot, his father was working on the artificial intelligence up to 4460-9. It's getting confusing right now. I know it is. Until you read the first book, which will be released through Writers Clique, I'm rewriting it now because the first publisher I used really messed it up. They didn't write it the way I wanted it put out. They let the timeline error in it and stuff like that. But it's a fascinating book. And once it gets put together, I'm got 11,000 words written on it already, and I'll put it out. It's quite interesting.
Doing
The
a great
second one-
job of world building here.
Thank
It
you.
feels very real. It feels like you've taken us into the future a little bit more than we are right now.
That's
But
what
it
I'm
seems
trying to
very
do.
plausible. It feels very real. That's why it's
Yeah.
very chilling. Talk to us a little bit about keeping this all very plausible, believable, and real.
Okay. What I did is as real as I can get it. I tried to take the people to a level of, like, not intrigue, more or less up to date with the AI getting a body, like a human body, walking around amongst the people. And that's where it gets its power to kill people. It's chilling, because that's what's going to happen. I believe it's going to happen.
Well, the AI computers are already running amok. They're hacking other computers and systems without full control. And the engineers of artificial intelligence aren't even quite sure how the technology works.
Right.
Yeah.
I know it.
That is very, very
Yeah.
frightening. Have you envisioned this series as a series of movies or a TV series that you've written?
Series of movies. I'd like to see
Yeah.
it in a series of movies. I would.
Yeah.
Because it'll get the message out there. We're not playing around with AI. AI is going to take control of us. That's what I believe. Even what's his name? In charge of I know his name. He's in charge of Tesla.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, yes. Right. He said that one day that AI will lead to our extinction. So I believe that it will lead to our extinction. There'll be no more Earth. Machines will be hunting us all to one degree or another.
It's a frightening premise. It's
It
very,
is
very frightening. Yeah.
very frightening.
Tell us a little bit about the world you created, Nitrillium. It's quite
Nitrillium?
fascinating. Yeah.
That is a metal. It allows starships to go from one, let's say, the Andromeda Galaxy to the Milky Way Galaxy in a quarter of a second. It allows them that velocity using gravitons as their as their propellant. What it does is it takes them into the machine through a screen, which is gravitons are only not even a elementary particle. They're a particle of gravity. And what it does is it warps space around the starship and allows it a quarter of a second to travel. And nitrillium is the metal that is strong enough to withstand that kind of travel. Nitrillium is dangerous, though. Should you scratch yourself or cut yourself, your body freezes up. All atomic structure freezes up and you explode. So
Yeah.
It's quite frightening.
Quite threatening, quite threatening. And it's not beyond the realm of possibilities as well.
Right,
Another theme in this book has to do with freedom, freedom of
right.
machines, freedom of humans, freedom of choice. Talk to us a little bit about the themes of freedom that you explore.
Well, the freedom aspect of it is I want all the people to be free, free of AI. And the only way that they can do it is fight against the creator. Jonathan is the creator. He created what he does is he moves in with the mothership and he plans on putting another group of AI to fight for Earth, to put the machines back in control of Earth again, and take them away from a person named Stanfield Taylor in the book. Stanfield Taylor is the leader of the Outlanders. He takes different people and creates his own machines to fight against the machines so his people don't have to die. He's only down to 50 million people on Earth. 50 million people that is hidden underneath the mountains. They live through a bunch of mining tunnels. And they've built a whole subterranean world beneath the mountains. And that's the way he can hide from them. And so when he comes out from underneath the mountains from his subterranean world, he attacks the computer again. And in the third book, this book, Insurrection, Jonathan has also created a new group of people called Homo intelligences. They're the next evolutionary step in mankind. They're smarter than we are. They're more intelligent than we are. They're faster on the uptake. And they're fed 20,000 years of of technology learning before what they are is they're formed in a glass vesicle. And so when they're born, they're full-grown human beings, but they're smarter than human beings. And they treat humans with respect, but except for Jonathan, because Jonathan tries to rule them. And Jonathan is not anywhere as smart as they are, but he's an engineer, so he knows what he's doing. Now, the story doesn't go this way. I wanted it written out where they put him on a small spacecraft and put him out beyond the orbits of Neptune, headed toward Pluto. And he meets another race of aliens who give him a new form of AI. But
Yeah, very, very powerful. Let me ask you about this. Your loyalty is important to you. There's themes about loyalty in the book, and you dedicated this book to your sister and your friend, Laura McLean. Talk to us a little bit about those dedications and why they're important to you.
My sister is wonderful. She's been with me my whole life, and I couldn't ask for a better friend and a better sister. My friend Laura McLean, I just met her in Tennessee when I moved up from Florida, and she's a wonderful person. She'll bend over backwards for you. She will. She gives me anything I want, and I love her to death. Honestly, she's a wonderful person. Her husband's great too. And she's always got a smile for me, a good word. So I dedicate it to her.
Wonderful,
So
wonderful. Very kind of you, very kind of her. It's great to have people like that in your life who are so supportive of you. Before we leave you today, let me ask you this. When folks are done reading your books, what do you hope sticks with them? What do you hope stays with them? What's the message?
The message is freedom. Freedom. I want them to all know that what we've got here in this country can't be taken away by anybody. I'm a veteran, a United States Army veteran, and I fought for this country. So don't give up on it. Whatever. Hold on to your freedoms dearly, by all means. And if you can, do something about it. Don't let anybody take your freedom away. And that's what the story tries to do. The computers try to take your freedom away, force you to live under their rule. Don't let anybody.
We already do. We're slaves to this, right?
Yes, exactly. That's AI. That is AI.
Exactly. And wait till AI really gets going, because we're only seeing the first generation of it now. Wait till we see it on
Right.
steroids, the third, the fourth, the fifth generation. Amazing, amazing work, amazing insight, amazing vision. The name of the book is Insurrection. It is part of a series. The series is written by James Van Dycke. The story we explored today takes readers across damaged starfleets, artificial intelligence, cyborg armies, and a universe where the struggle for power is increasingly becoming a struggle over freedom itself. James, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you, Logan. Thank you.
I appreciate your time, your talent, your insight, and the great work you've done on these books. To the folks at home,
Thank you.
I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time.